Hey guys, welcome. Today I'm going to be unboxing the CUBOT P50. Now, I'll put the time in when the unboxing actually starts because I'm going to blab on a little bit here. But for those of you who have been watching my channel since the start, since 2016, this is how I started. Started unboxing and reviewing budget Chinese phones. So CUBOT was one of them. If you also remember Umi Digi, used to be called only Umi. So I did some Umi phones back in the past. There's also Verni, the LetV phones as well. The LetV phones were amazing design-wise. And that's how I started, really. And this CUBOT are one of the only companies that I really recognise that are still around today. I don't hear anything of Verni anymore. LetV, I think, now are not around. There's Octa, they're still sort of around, and Umi Digi are, but CUBOT and maybe Umi Digi are the only ones that are sort of really around a lot. And they're budget-friendly smartphones, not very well known for great camera quality. But I mean, this is £80 to £100. I'll include links to this in the description below on AliExpress. £80 to £100. 6 gigs of RAM, 128 gigabytes of internal storage. MT6762 quad-core processor, so it's not an octa-core. Type-C charging, 12 megapixel rear camera, front 20 megapixel camera on the front, and 4,200 milliamp battery. CUBOT P50. Back to the roots of geeky stuff. Let's unbox it. Specifications there on the back. Like I said, £80 to £100 for this. See what it's all about. So, USB Type-C, charging cable, power adapter, no super fast charger or anything, it's just a bog standard power adapter, and a 3.5mm earphones. Yeah, socket, look, jack, socket, but 3.5mm jack earphones. Not my favourite type of earphones because I think they sort of hurt my ears, but these Chinese phones, these budget Chinese phones, are not getting rid of the headphone jack, so a lot of people will prefer. So that's the phone. What else we got? Oh, the most exciting part, look, quick start guide. Who really needs a quick start guide? Come on. Oh, what's this? Please peel off the film on the battery before you turn on the phone. So this tells me it's got a removable back. Thank you. You're welcome. You sent me this for free. I didn't buy it. But thanks for sending it me. Yeah, CUBOT sent me this phone for free. They haven't paid me to do this. They just sent me the phone. Oh my God, I'm trying to get the silicone case off the back here. Jeez. Okay, so obviously it comes with a silicone case. Slightly sort of a smoky colour to that. Okay. Oh wow. That's nice. That back, let's scrub this. I've got a fingerprint on there. Oh wow, that's really, I don't know what that is, but it's really smooth. I'm glad they haven't gone with that cheap looking glossy plastic back. It's probably some sort of plastic back, but it's got that rubber sort of texture and feel to it, which I really like that. So a 12 megapixel main camera in there, and on the front it is a 20 megapixel sensor. So a plastic frame, volume rocker up and down, power there on the side. So on the bottom, USB Type-C connector there, and we have speakers as well. This side is clear, and at the top we have headphone socket. Fantastic. Now let's remove the back. Whee! There we go, look at that, eh? This is another thing that they used to have back in the day when I first started, removable backs. If I can remove this battery. There we go, look at that, eh? So obviously we've got an SD card slot and a SIM slot as well, SIM card. Superb. Let's peel the plastic off of here. There we go. Many a times I've forgotten to remove that at the back and try and turn it on thinking the phone's faulty. There we go, look. It's nice. That adds that sort of premium feel to this budget device, 100%. Which I'm glad they did that. Yeah, plastic frame. Buttons are probably a little rattly. It's got a screen protector on there. Let's turn it on. You can see the the droplet notch at the top, the Waterdrop notch, whatever you call it nowadays. That is a little bit dated. It's got thick bezels around there at the bottom. But these phones are really budget friendly, very, very low end smartphones. So the way it looks and feels, I think, is obviously key. You know, so it gives that sort of feeling that, you know what, I'm actually holding a decent budget phone. It feels quite premium. Right. Let me set this up. Okay, so here she is, the CUBOT P50, an LCD panel. Now this is 720p resolution. I've took the screen protector off as well because it's looked crap. But yeah, I mean, viewing angles are pretty decent actually, to be fair. I think the display looks nice for a phone of this price point. What I'm not too fond of is the thick bezels and the shape around like the bottom and like that. I don't know, I think they could have made it a little bit more thinner to look a little bit better. I'm sure you see what I mean. But yeah, that's not a bad start. Applications, there's no bloatware, really. There's an audio recorder, which, yeah, that's fine. But look, it's clean. Operating system is clean, no bloatware, which is really, really good. Now, I've also noticed, I don't think there's any fingerprint sensor on here. So, in terms of security, it's just screen lock and face unlock. Okay, so if you want to keep that phone secure. In terms of software, not in there, CUBOT P50. There's no updates available. We're on Android 11 at the moment. Android security update March 5th, 2022. Okay, so I said this is powered by the Helio P22 processor. Now the actual P22 processor was released in 2018, so it's a chip that's like, well, it's 4 years old. That's obviously how they keep the price down on these phones. I mean, the P22, I'm not saying it's not a capable chip in 2022, because it is. I mean, the operating system, obviously I've only just turned it on, but I think it seems quite snappy and stuff, you know, not too sort of glitchy or anything, but obviously as you install apps and use more storage, things may sort of slow down. But at first glance, it's good. That's something you need to consider when you do or purchasing sort of smartphones like this that are really budget. And Helio P22, a chip that's 4 years old, in terms of playing back media, something in 4K 60, this is going to struggle. Especially with the higher frame rate and higher resolution. This is playing back fine on YouTube. This is 1080p 30 frames per second, and this is the sort of media content you'll probably happily and easily play back on the CUBOT P50, but if you push it any more than that, then it will sort of get a little bit jittery and stuff. So bear that in mind. But this is looking nice and playing back nicely on the CUBOT P50. And in terms of sound, we have firing speakers at the bottom. One main one really, there's two sort of grill cutouts there, but the main speaker is just there on that side. So you don't get stereo sound. Yeah, they go fairly loud. Sound quality is okay, but it's not amazing. Okay, let's have a look at the cameras now. Okay, let's start on the rear camera. I had to sort of point it that way at me and just guess where I was. And that's portrait mode. You can see there's some edge detection issues there. It's quite harsh, to be fair. In terms of the quality though, you know, it's not actually too bad. It's pretty good. That one is not portrait mode, that's normal. Again, quite happy with the colours, the saturation and the quality. Happy with that. That's another portrait mode. Now the selfie camera, it's a 20 megapixel selfie camera. It just for some reason would not focus on my face. It just focused on the back and still would not focus on my face. Loads of attempts. See, that's a bit blurry, bit soft. It's all focused on the back. So some focus issues on the selfie camera there. On the rear camera, I think overall is actually pretty good, you know, for a smartphone at this price. Very, very acceptable. Quite happy with that. And the video, here you go. Okay guys, so we have full 1080p on the front camera, front video. Okay, so this is rear video, same again, 1080p, 30 frames per second. Okay guys, so that was the CUBOT P50. I mean, the camera system, as I said at the start of the video, these budget-friendly phones are not renowned for the camera performance. Although I think the main camera on normal photos, still images, is very good, very acceptable for a phone around this price point. Video is a little bit shaky. The selfie camera needs work because there's some issues obviously with the focusing on there. But yeah, I mean, it's not going to win awards for camera performance. I mean, these sort of phones are probably aimed at maybe entry level, first Android smartphone if you want to just get to grips with Android, or maybe for people who are not too bothered about playing games or camera. They just need a phone with smart features and just to make calls and texts and stuff like that, because this will do this absolutely fine. Web browsing, basic web browsing will be fine as well. High-end gaming, I'd probably say no. High media content, you're probably only going to be viewing stuff at 1080p on this smartphone, to be honest. So that's another thing to consider. But yeah, that is the CUBOT P50, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope it's been insightful. Built nice looking phone. I mean, it does the basics good. Camera quality would be a little bit better, and maybe performance. They'll just use these really old chips that obviously they do keep the price of these phones down. But hey ho, you get what you pay for. It's only what, 80 quid? 80 quid? I'd probably say it's worth it, 80 to £100. Go and have a check, guys. I will include links to these in the description below. And thank you very much for watching. Any questions, pop them down below, and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.